Hi, thank you for joining me. In this one, as the thumbnail said, I'm going to be heading out to some charity shops in my 1 hour lunch break to get as much stuff as I can to later resell for a profit on eBay. I have 1 hour to get to about 7 shops. I'm a part-time reseller, so I do this in my spare time. And recently I have dropped 2 days a week at my full-time 9-to-5 job so I can concentrate more on reselling. So I'm kind of not quite part-time, not quite full-time, somewhere in the middle, I guess. Let's head out and see what we can find in 1 hour. Let's go. I've just arrived at the first one, and actually I've just realised now I've not actually been to the charity shops at lunchtime in 2 weeks. Not for any particular reason, I've just been busy with other things. I've had a bit of a trip away as well, and then I've just been like doing videos and trying to get as much listed as I can in my lunch breaks rather than coming out and sourcing more stuff. So I've not been in any of the shops you're about to see in the last 2 weeks, so hopefully we've got some new stock in these shops. Just 2 mugs from in there. There was some other mugs as well that were potentially better, but they were damaged unfortunately. So just these 2, 50p each. They're quite nice ones, good condition. That's a nice massive Mickey Mouse one. So charity shop number 2 is just down here. This is a small, like, independent one, and over the years it's done really well for me. But these days, I don't know, more hit and miss. But I think they've all become a bit like that recently. Since kind of COVID and everything, they're definitely not as good overall, for me anyway, than they used to be. But that's not to mean you can't still find some good stuff, because I do on a regular basis, but just not as good as stuff and not as often. You just got to kind of go looking a bit more these days. You got to kind of keep looking at new things you can pick up. That's kind of cool. I think these are from McDonald's, aren't they, originally? You know I love my McDonald's stuff. Yeah, there's probably not much in these, but if they're cheap enough, I'll probably stick them all on as a bundle. See how much they are. Might be like 50p for the lot or something. You okay? How you doing? Nice vintage biscuit jar there. It's been a while since I've found one like this, but I really like the design on this one. Not everyone's thing, I know. Glass, like milk glass, really good condition. Yeah, £1.50. The lid is a little bit chipped, but be alright. So just them from in there. I'll put on the screen now how much money these should go for. I'm not expecting anything amazing here. I paid £2.50. She only wanted £2. In fact, she wanted less than that. Anyway, it's £2.50 minimum spend now on card, so I just paid £2.50 for them. That's well worth it, that one. Really like it. So I'm just around the corner from the third one, and I reckon we're at about £20 to £25 profit right now. I'm looking for that magic £100 profit. That's what I'm after. All it takes is 1 or 2 items and you're there. So hopefully it gets a bit better than what we've got so far in the next few. Fingers crossed. Let's go. And check it out, I'm in cardboard heaven here. I keep meaning to go in here and ask if I could take some cardboard. I think it must have rained recently because this stuff all looks like it's been, yeah, it all looks a bit damp. But future reference, I think I'll be back here to grab a load of boxes. So if I was full time, this is where I'd be getting my boxes from. Definitely, places like this. So these are okay, but only if they've got the figures. Emergency Heroes. That's vintage, isn't it? 2003. Strange. Look at that. So I paid £4.50 in there. Hopefully that was okay. I couldn't look anything up. I don't know what's going on with my eBay app, but I'm having issues doing anything on it. So it's going to be a not looking up anything today kind of day. So I figured for 50p I'd give that a go. It's kind of vintage, well just about vintage, 2001 I think. Never heard of that, Emergency Heroes, but looks unique enough. Probably shouldn't eat those sweets at this stage. And then 2 of these Pringles things, that like little kind of Pringles tubs for your lunchbox. I remember these when they first came out a good while back, so they're still, you know, shrink wrapped inside, so I figured somebody might have them for 50p each. And then this, I do not know, it's from 2000 and I think it's 2001, Mattel, weird looking dog thing. That's it, I don't know, £3. I would have looked this up usually before buying it, but I can't, so I figured I'd give it a go. Surely it's worth more than £3, right? So I think we still need to find about £50 of profit here from these last few. Yeah, so I'm not sure on these, but I figured I'd give them a go. They're a matching pair, £10 each. Not sure. The reason I've bought these though is I recently inherited a little brass eagle, not too dissimilar to these, not as nice as these either I don't think, and a lot smaller, like half the size, and that went for good money, about 20 to 30 pounds. So I figured a pair of them like this in good condition, 50 maybe, really don't know, not my usual kind of pickup, so it's a new one on me. I think conservatively we can say a tenner profit on each eagle, right? I'm pretty sure we can say that. I'd hope there were quite a bit more than that, but I think, you know, to be safe, let's call it 10 quid each, so 20 quid. Let's add that on to my 45, so we're up to 55, 65 now approximately, so we need another 35 pounds roughly. Sugars are quite nice. So nothing in that one. He does always have some good stuff in there. Those tea coffee sugars are a Next brand and they were £5, which is just a little bit too much for me to really make anything on them. I could probably sell them for 20, but after fees and everything, it's not really worth it, to be honest, for something like that. So second to last one, right here, still trying to make that £35 profit. These can sometimes be quite good, but I don't like the blue colour. So I'm probably not going to bother with them. There's no price on them either. Any mugs? You know, I love a mug. Winterbottom's salt and pepper still in their box, so probably worth getting there. They won't go for a huge amount, but kind of 10 to 15, probably 10 to 12. I'll probably grab them as long as they are genuinely new. Let's have a look. No, nothing today, nothing today. To the next to the last one. So we've still got around £35 we need to make, and this is the last one. So, oh, I don't know if we're going to do it, but I'm certainly going to have a good look. We've got 5 minutes as well before I've got to be back at work. Let's hope we find something here.
Old road for money, isn't it?
So there we go. Check that out for a bread bin, £6, and it's unbranded, but it's a nice one, really nice condition. It's been used as, I think, a plant pot or something inside. There's bits of like insects and leaves and stuff in there, but the condition of it is still really good. £6 is worthwhile. There's another bread bin, but that one was £6 as well, not as nice, so I left that one. But I think what's going to be the star buy here is this. I don't tend to pick up video cameras very often. It has to be the right deal, you know, good cheap price, and with lots of accessories for me to even bother with them, to be honest. There's several things that made me want to buy this. Instructions and bags, obviously, always good. Good condition camcorder itself. We have a battery charging thing, it's a proper official Sony one. You know, just that alone I would imagine is probably worth a little bit of money because people are going to want it. Oh, it's a high 8 camera as well, video high 8, which I don't really even know what that really means, but I've heard that high 8s can be quite good. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes they can. Another little charger. There is a couple of batteries, or I've seen one battery at least in here somewhere, and that's the other thing. There's a load of sealed tapes in here. That one's not sealed, but that one's sealed, that one's sealed, and I've not even looked in the rest of the pockets. Oh, there's the battery right there, proper, you know, Sony branded battery. Another bits and bobs for £15. I think that's a really good price. I did manage to get my phone working. It just suddenly came back to life just at the right time, which is good. And after a quick look, somebody was selling just the camcorder by itself for like £30 spares and repairs. So when I saw the £15 price tag, I figured it's a no-brainer. I'll give it a go. Even if it's not working, I'll sell all the bits off separately. You know, the bag is quite a nice one as well. And yeah, there we go. So I was worried that we weren't going to get to that £100, but I think we are there now. I think we're there. This nice big bread bin, I reckon we're talking 35 to 40 on that one. So profit wise, what, 25-30 quid profit just on that. So we're nearly there just with that when you add it to everything else, but with this we are definitely there. So yes, happy with that. So we've got this, the 2 mugs in there, we've got this set of cups, we've got this weird plush which I don't know where it's from or what it's all about, but it's Mattel and it looks kind of unique and it's vintage. 2 possibly nice brass eagles. I don't know on these. I think they're okay. I think they're going to be a good buy. Hopefully they're going to be a great buy, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see on that. Always nice to see a brand new sealed vintage like toy from 20 years ago. These 2 random things, if there's no money in these, we'll probably just keep these. But yeah, star of the show is the camcorder. So hopefully it works. So in the end, not too bad at all. I was a little bit worried at times during this one, thinking I'm not going to get to that £100. So far when I've done these videos, every time I have managed to get that £100. So it's not like I've been out like 20 times and only managed to do it once. Every time I've done one of this particular type of video with the make £100 profit in your lunch break, every time I've done one, I think this is like the 4th or the 5th video, I have managed to make over £100. A couple of times only just, but I've managed to do it every time. So I think it's worth mentioning that, because for all you guys know, you might think, oh, you know, he's been out 20 times and he's just on this one occasion managed to get this amount of money. And just to give you a bit more context, I went to a load of charity shops on my day off the other day, and I came away with absolutely nothing at all. Zero, nothing, not a little bit for myself, not anything. The saving grace was a local reseller who I saw in one of the charity shops, and he had some games for me. He did me a load of games for 10 quid, a load of PC games and stuff. Not a huge amount of profit there, but there was a little bit. So at least I found something that day, because otherwise, yeah, I was a bit demoralized after that, to be honest. I'd been out for about 3 or 4 hours looking for stuff, and it was just one shop after another, and it was none of these, by the way, it was others. One shop after another, finding nothing, finding nothing, finding nothing. We've all been there, right? It happens to everybody. Not everybody talks about it, but it does happen to everyone, I'm sure. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.